Welcome to the Determined Mom Show, the only marketing podcast dedicated to guiding mom CEOs into tranquility, wealth, and multiplying those precious moments. Welcome to episode number 65 of the Determined Mom Show. Today, we're going to talk about why you need a marketing plan. If you're new to your business, or maybe your business is only a couple years old, you will know that this is a huge question. There's a lot involved in creating a marketing plan. So why do you actually need to spend that extra effort and extra time planning your marketing? That is $1 million question. So let's talk about the 5 reasons why you need a marketing plan. I'm also going to compare it to planning a vacation so you can see what that kind of looks like and how it makes sense for your business. So the first thing is you want to know your market. You want to know what else is out there, what people are spending their money on, who is spending their money in your industry. You want to know what kind of money they're spending, how much, how often. There's so many different things that you need to know about your market or your industry in order to properly market your business. If you don't know these things, you may be just shooting in the dark, not really knowing what you're aiming at, not really knowing what people are actually spending their money on, what they're buying, all of those things. So it's really, really important that you do this research as the first step in your marketing plan, but also for your marketing. The next thing, which is also just as important, is to know your competition. You need to know who's out there, what their marketing plan is, what they do, how effective it is. If you can find out how much money they make every year, then it's going to give you a baseline to really set up your business for success and really understand the industry and the possibilities and hopefully exceed them and hopefully exceed your competition. The next thing, number 3, is to understand the direction of your business. So if you don't understand where you're going, then you certainly aren't going to understand how to get there. So making sure you're setting those goals, knowing what your financial goals are, as well as your key performance indicators that you can track along the way, such as engagement or sales or any of the things that really, really indicate that you're doing well in your business. Those are the things that you're going to want to know. And in order to know those things, you need to know where you want to go. So very, very important. Number 4 is to be able to plan for the future. If you don't know where you're going and you don't know what you're going to be doing along the way, then you're not going to be able to plan for your future. Now, why do you need to plan for your future? Because if you want your business to grow, you need to be able to have a plan, implement it, follow up with it, monitor it along the way, all of these things. And this is extremely important in being able to plan for the future. Future planning could look like, maybe I need a new laptop next year. Maybe I want to invest in a big course next year that's going to help me accelerate my business. All of these things can be things that you're planning for the future, but you should be able to hit those financial goals before you get there. So that is why it's really, really important to plan. And the next and final thing is to be able to outsource, okay? If you already have a marketing plan in place, you know what post is going when, all of these things, it's super simple to hand over the actual implementation of your marketing to someone else. This can save you so much time and also so much money, because instead of having that time that you would normally be actually doing the marketing, you can spend on meeting with more clients, on prospecting, on lead generation, on any of those things that are actual income producing activities. So it's really, really important to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. You have a plan, you know what your market is, what your competition is, what the direction of your business is, and where you want to go. It's very, very important. So I want to compare this now to planning a vacation. Let's say you want to go somewhere. I don't know anywhere. Let's just pick Hawaii, right? The first thing is you need to know where you're going and what it's like there. If you don't know what it's like there, then you're not going to know exactly what to do when you get there. Should you wear shorts? Should you wear a winter coat? All of those things are really important. So that's the same thing as knowing your market. You need to know what it's going to be like when you get there, what people are expecting of you. The next thing, number 2, is you need to know who else usually goes there and what things they like to do. And that's knowing your competition. You're going to be able to formulate more fun vacation if you already know the other things that the people that like to go there like to do. It's going to make it easier for you. You're going to be able to see a clear picture of the things that are enjoyable, and it's going to just make things a lot easier for you. You don't have to create or reinvent the wheel. Number 3, you need to know how you're going to get there. So you're not going to plan a vacation without booking your flight. You're not going to plan a vacation without mapping out the road or wherever. If you're just taking a road trip, you're not going to do those things. So it's really important to make sure that you have a plan. You know where you're going. You know the direction that you want to go in. And that is number 3. Number 4 is you need to decide when you will leave, when you will stay, and when you will return. And that is all about planning for the future. You're not going to just go somewhere someday. You're like, oh, okay, I think I'll go to Hawaii today. And, there's a lot more planning involved that needs to happen. You need to request off work. You need to arrange childcare, whatever you need to do. All of these things have to happen and they have to be planned for. And that vacation is the future date. Number 5 is you need to be able to plan ahead. And let's say you don't want to cook. You need to outsource your meals. You need to figure out where you're going to eat. You need to outsource your lodging. You're probably not going to just stay in a tent. You might stay in a hotel room or wherever. So you need to be able to plan those things. But also, those are things that are outsourced. So you're not going to have to make your bed. You're not going to have to clean your room. You're not going to have to do all of those things. And handing that over to someone else is a key in getting things done quickly. The next thing that you might want to outsource if you're planning a trip is your actual planning of the trip. So maybe you're going to have a talent or a travel agent book your trip for you, figure out all those logistics and everything, and that is great. That is awesome. And that is basically the equivalent of having a marketing manager in your business to help you figure out all of those things and create a plan for you. So if you were to plan a vacation and you missed any one of these steps, I guarantee that your vacation would not go off successfully. You would have some kind of crazy experience and it just wouldn't be pleasant. The same thing is going to happen in your business if you don't have a marketing plan. So I am gifting you a free Trello marketing board, and it is so detailed that if you were to fill out every single thing, you're going to have a crystal clear picture of what your business is going to look like, what you want it to look like, what you should be doing on a daily basis. All of those things are going to be super duper clear to you. So I hope that you enjoy it. You can grab it in the show notes, and I hope that it really, really helps you to decide these 5 things, as well as where you're going to be posting, what topics you're going to cover, all of those things that will allow you to plan all of it out. So I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. This episode of the Determined Mom Show is brought to you by the Google My Business Master Course. This course will help you get into the top 3 search results on Google just by learning how to properly manage your Google My Business profile, including optimizing and exactly what you need to be posting every single week. The easiest way to increase your revenue in the Google era is to be in that top 3. You'll increase your website visits, your phone calls, and your requests for directions of customers who are actually searching for your business at the moment that they need to purchase. So this is such a valuable course, and you can access it by clicking the link in the show notes, or you can also access it inside of the Online Marketing for Moms membership.